Formula One is often seen as a sport for the elite, where wealth and connections open doors to the grid. But some drivers defied all odds, rising from humble beginnings to become global icons. Today, we're diving into the 7 F1 drivers who came from nothing and made it big, heartfelt rags to riches, stories of sacrifice, resilience, and triumph that will inspire you to chase your dreams. Buckle up for an emotional ride. First, Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton's journey began on a council estate in Stevenage, England, where he grew up in a modest flat with his family. His father, Anthony, worked multiple jobs, sometimes up to 4, including as a railway worker and IT contractor, to fund Lewis's karting. As a young black driver in a predominantly white sport, Hamilton faced racial taunts at karting tracks, as he shared in a 2025 Instagram post. "Kids told me I'd never belong in racing, but it only made me hungrier." At age 10, his talent caught McLaren's eye, and by 13, he was in their driver program. His 2007 F1 debut was electrifying, nearly winning the championship as a rookie. In 2008, he clinched the title in Brazil's final corner, a heart-stopping moment that defined his grit. With 7 titles and 105 wins by 2025, Hamilton's rise from adversity to F1's GOAT is a testament to perseverance. His Instagram often highlights his Stevenage roots, honoring his family's sacrifices. 2. Esteban Ocon. Esteban Ocon's story is one of sheer determination. Born in Évreux, France, Ocon's mechanic father, Laurent, and mother, Sabrine, sold their home to fund his karting career. The family lived in a caravan, traveling across Europe to support Esteban's races. In a 2024 The Washington Post interview, Ocon recalled, "I'd wake up in a motorhome by racetracks, dreaming of Monaco's streets. Money was so tight they often couldn't afford spare parts." His talent shone in 2014, beating Max Verstappen to the Formula 3 European Championship. Ocon's F1 breakthrough came with Force India in 2017, and his first win at the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix, holding off Lewis Hamilton in a tense battle, was a career-defining moment. Now racing for Haas in 2025, Ocon's Instagram posts often feature his parents, a nod to their sacrifices. His journey from a caravan to the F1 podium inspires underdogs everywhere. 3. Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso grew up in Oviedo, Spain, in a working-class family with no racing pedigree. His father, José Luis, a mechanic at an explosives factory, built Fernando's first kart by hand, as funds were scarce. In a 2023 Autosport interview, Alonso said, "We had one kart, no spares, just my dad fixing it with whatever he could find." Despite limited resources, Alonso's raw speed led him to karting titles, catching the eye of smaller F1 teams. His 2005 and 2006 championships with Renault, breaking Michael Schumacher's dominance, were monumental. In 2023, at 42, Alonso stunned F1 with podiums for Aston Martin, including a bold overtake on Sergio Pérez in Brazil. His Instagram reflects his pride in Asturias, where he funds a karting circuit to support young drivers. Alonso's rise from a homemade kart to double world champion is pure inspiration. 4. Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel hails from Heppenheim, Germany, where his father, Norbert, was a carpenter and his mother, Elizabeth, a homemaker. The family wasn't wealthy, and karting costs stretched their budget thin. In a 2021 Sky Sports interview, Vettel shared, "We didn't have the money others did, but my parents' belief kept me going." His talent landed him in Red Bull's junior program, leading to a stunning 2008 Monza win with Toro Rosso, making him F1's youngest race winner at the time. Vettel's 4 consecutive titles from 2010 to 2013 with Red Bull, including dominant drives like the 2011 Indian Grand Prix, cemented his legacy. Though retired, his 2025 Instagram posts focus on environmental activism, reflecting the grounded values of his humble roots. Vettel's story proves talent can outshine financial barriers. 5. Kimi Räikkönen. Kimi Räikkönen, the Iceman, grew up in Espoo, Finland, in a working-class family. His father, Matti, was a road builder, and his mother, Paula, a clerk, often struggling to cover Kimi's karting fees. In a 2018 Motorsport interview, Räikkönen recalled, "We were broke, but my parents gave everything to keep me racing." His raw speed earned a Sauber seat in 2001 with minimal experience, stunning the F1 world. Räikkönen's 2007 Ferrari championship, clinched by 1 point in Brazil, was a career highlight, showcasing his cool-headed brilliance. His final win, the 2018 US Grand Prix, proved his enduring talent. Kimi's rare Instagram posts in 2025, often showing his family, reflect his quiet connection to his modest beginnings. His journey from financial hardship to F1 glory is a fan favorite. Sixth suspense moment, Jenson Button. The sixth driver's story is a heartwarming tale of a small-town kid who turned family sacrifice into a world championship. This driver's grit will leave you speechless. Guess who in the comments before we reveal? Jenson Button. Born in Frome, England, Button grew up in a modest family, with his father John, a former rallycross driver who built karts on a shoestring budget. In a 2023 F1 podcast, Button said, "Dad sold everything to keep me on the track. We were always the underdogs." His 2000 Williams debut marked him as a talent, but his 2009 Brawn GP championship was a fairy tale, winning 6 of the first 7 races. His 2011 Canadian Grand Prix victory, from last to first in chaotic wet conditions, remains one of F1's greatest drives. Button's 2025 Instagram shows him mentoring young racers, giving back to the sport that shaped him from humble roots. 7. Sergio Pérez. Here's the twist that'll spark debate. Sergio Pérez. From Guadalajara, Mexico, Pérez grew up in a working-class family. His father, Antonio, a politician but not wealthy by F1 standards. In a 2024 ESPN interview, Pérez shared, "I left home at 14 for Europe with just a suitcase and a dream." His karting relied on modest local sponsorships, and his 2011 Sauber debut showcased his potential. Pérez's 2020 Sakir Grand Prix win, from last to first, was a career-defining upset. His 2023 Azerbaijan Sprint victory highlighted his street circuit mastery. Despite his 2024 Red Bull exit, Pérez's Instagram brims with Mexican pride, often featuring family moments. His rise from obscurity to Red Bull stardom, though bittersweet, is a powerful underdog story that divides fans on his legacy. From council estates to caravans, these 7 drivers turned nothing into everything, proving dreams can beat the odds. Who's the most inspiring? Drop your thoughts in the comments, especially on that Pérez twist. Smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more F1 stories that hit you in the heart. See you on the grid.